Best greetings from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. My name is Viktor Fursov. I'm a research entomologist, beekeeper and teacher, and this is my channel devoted to insects and entomology, science about insects. Today we have funny entomological activity, funny outreach activity to show you different beetles, to show a variety of beetles which are living here in Ukraine and other countries, and which are very active in the summertime, especially in the first part of the summer when flowers are flowering, when all blossoms and many trees are in blossom with flowers. By the way, of course, springtime is the most interesting and with a lot of flowers, but now still we have flowers of a catalpa tree, lime tree, and some our small grasses which are flowering. And of course a lot of insects are flying around, especially pollinators. But now I'm in a city, in a big city, and in a big city pollinators are limited. So I'm very pleased to show you some beetles which are living in a big city of Kyiv, which is 2 million people population, and a lot of bees and bugs are living in Kyiv. So very nice. Beetles can be collected, can be found if you're entomologist, if you're lover of insects, if you're zoologist, if you're botanicist, if you're attentive to the nature. You can be attentive to the plants, and on plants you can collect a lot of different insects as pollinators, destructors, predators, different insects. Now many people are enjoying to keep formicariums, especially in Ukraine. A lot of people like formicariums, a lot of young people, to keep different ants in captivity. It needs attention and it's a great fun. It's a certainly small private business for owners of bee colonies. Some people like to breed butterflies and night moths. I will show you some examples with moths, some example of caterpillars. But today we have a night show of beetles. Beetles are flourishing in the summer and springtime. Many beetles are coming from their hidden places after hibernation. They are happy to fly around, especially in evening time, in dull time, before and after sunset. So they are searching for different places of new habitats for their larvae, because I'm showing you beetles which are developing mostly underground and in plants as well. Larvae of many of these beetles are feeding on plants or just on decomposing plants, on living plants. Some beetles are feeding, but some beetles are not feeding at all. And we have here different beetles of different families. I'm pleased to show you them active, because it's much more fun to show you active beetles rather than beetles on pins and in collection. So it's a great fun, especially to show them when many of them all together, so you can see their activity. But of course you can see also differences between different beetles. Some of them very small. The smallest here are beetles of darkling beetles. I put here young beetles with brown color just recently after emergence of beetle from pupa. So they're very young, like this one, and brown. And others already here in captivity for a few days, because they are not feeding. These most active beetles are Scarab beetles, this one, especially this one. They're flying now around in the evening time near some grasslands and some near the courtyards, because they're just emerging this time for emergence. They're very active. They're searching for pairs. So the males are searching for females. That's why they're flying very actively. They try to escape even from this cage. So you can recognize how they fly. So they are making noise. And this beetle is Scarab beetle, family Scarabaeidae. Larvae are living underground for 2-3 years. And beetles are flying maybe for a couple of weeks, not more. After mating, they are living not more than 1 week. Because female immediately goes underground, digging into the soil to lay eggs, and males probably dying very quickly during a couple of days after mating. So, in captivity, if you can catch beetles and keep them safely in a cage, they will be crawling and not feeding at all, because they are not feeding. The same family Scarabaeidae. These are rhinoceros beetles. These are females of rhinoceros beetles. Rhinoceros beetles are not feeding at all, too. Scarab beetles are noisy very well. Just trying to escape. Oh, very noisy. Flying around. I need to put it in a cage. No, come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Fall down somewhere. Was very noisy and fall down somewhere. Oh, yes. This bug is sitting on me. Yeah. So I put it in a separate cage. So what's about small beetles here? I can say who is who. Here not only beetles, here also some crustaceans, small roly-polies. Not small, the adults of roly-polies. Small roly-polies are smaller. Here I put some plants just for food, but maybe just to relax some beetles, to reduce their activity because they're very active. Maybe I can take off some flowers, because many of these beetles they do not feed at all. So that's why they don't need flowers. At least flowers can reduce a little bit their activity, so we cannot fight between them. But these beetles are not fighting actually, because most of them have no mandibles. I can show you active beetles with mandibles, like this tiny round beetle who is sitting here. Small beetles are hidden under the petals, so I take them off. Yes, I need to take off some plants because they're disturbing us. They're disturbing picture. Here one happy flower chafer beetle, this one, which is also flying usually, but now it's sitting just on flower, maybe searching for pollen, because flower chafer beetle can feed, it has mandibles, despite rhino beetle has no mandibles, very reduced mandibles, and not feeding at all. And this is carrion beetle. This is a carrion beetle, which is decomposer beetle. Carrion beetle, family Silphidae. I didn't show it before because this beetle was hidden somewhere in a cage. This is a female probably. Easy, which country are you from? Easy. Come on. Now just it's daytime in the States. Probably are you from States or from another country? because I'm translating this video at night time in Ukraine. I'm translating from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. You know, Ukraine is everywhere now, just in newspapers and mass media. Despite all circumstances, I'm staying in Ukraine for these 2 years of Russia-Ukraine war. Despite all circumstances, we are trying to be strong. Even sometimes we have no electricity. But today, this night time, we have electricity, and again you can hear this bloody sound, which is meaning go to the shelter. Because sometimes we can receive some sounds on and threat on telephone with sound and message, which meaning go to the shelter because of some drones and missiles are coming to Ukraine to unknown destination, and we can be careful if we have shelter, and we are careless because not always we have shelter. Easy Garcia, which country are you from? Do you like beetles? Do you like insects? Or you just occasionally came to this channel? If you like insects, you can stop, you can write your comment, you can ask your question about insects and entomology. You can see also here rhino beetle, they have some special creatures on the down part of body. I will show them a little bit later, because these creatures are mites. These are scarabaeidae beetle, chafer beetle, small one, small chafer beetle. And I need to be careful about my bugs because they're trying to escape in all the directions. Small one, this white color, this is it, darkling beetle, Tenebrionidae family, Tenebrionidae family. And another one with dark color, also Tenebrionidae. And this one is click beetle. Click beetle. Because making sound and clicking to escape, to try to escape. And these small creatures are roly-polies. You have recognized that the roly-polies are not making rolls here because these species do not like to make rolls. Some species of roly-polies are famous because they have opportunity to make funny rolls, but not all of them do the same. Some beetles are escaping, and I show you them together. I show you this one. On separate occasion. Come on. I'd like to show this artist. This artist is a very, very careful one. Let's show you back. Your body, your bottom. Yes. This beetle is very funny. I enjoy it very much because you can see a lot of funny creatures on the body of the beetle. You can be surprised with this, what they are doing on the body. Some people say, they are children of this beetle. They are children, they are kids on the body, they are just growing. These funny creatures on the beetle, not his kids. No, not at all. They are more surprising creatures. Can you recognize them carefully? So many of them sitting because beetle is sitting in a cage, so these creatures are coming step by step on its body, on her body, because this is a female, and touched to the sitter and some pleurons on the body. Downside you see the head. Here we see the head. Between first and second pair of legs, a lot of small creatures, and they're called mites. These are mites. Some people identified it as a family, subfamily Parasitinae. I'm not quite sure that they're parasitic. I guess they're detritivagous. I'm not sure that they're making any damage for beetle. Maybe for larvae they can make some damage, because they can disturb larvae, but not beetle. These funny creatures, these funny mites, they are not making any damage. They're just traveling. I guess they're symbiotic. We're using beetle as transportation. So we're using beetle for transportation from one habitat to another habitat. Because mites can easily die outside of natural habitat, but beetle is a perfect transportation source, like autobus, like car, and these funny mites are traveling on its body. Many mites using the same feature, many mites of different families, using different beetles for such kind of transportation on the back of its body, but these are using not place hiding under elytra, but they're hiding on the down part of body, between abdomen and thorax, and between thorax and head. So I guess 100 or about 100 specimens of mites are attached to the body of this beetle, and we are not damaging beetle. We are just traveling. It's possible to clean beetle. If you do like to clean beetle, you can use brush. And you can use a simple water, or just you can use weak solution of alcohol. So you can clean very carefully the beetle, and all mites will be out. So very easy. They fall down. So then you can clean the body very quickly. Mites only crawling. If you put your brush in alcohol, they will die in alcohol, and you can collect them. For the study, for instance, I collected last time mites in the last tube. So these mites from one beetle. So many mites from this beetle. Жука легко почистить кисточкой, смоченной водой. Жуку ничего не будет, а клещи быстро отвалятся. Клещи не являются переносчиками каких-то болезней, не являются ядовитыми и кусающимися для человека и домашних животных, так что они не являются опасными. These mites are not dangerous. They are not vectors of any disease. They are not dangerous for humans, not for pets and any of your animals, not for cats, not for dogs. They are not exodus, not exodidae mites. So they are not feeding on blood, so don't worry about them. If you like to clean beetle, you can easily use brush, wet brush. You can wet brush with alcohol or just with water, and you can clean it, or you can collect mites just for further study, for further investigation in ethanol, in a glass tube or plastic tube with ethanol. This is one beetle. You can see I have two beetles, so this is for big one. Big one is going back. And small one has beetles, but not so many. Number of mites, not so many. Lesser number. But you can recognize also. This is also a female. So I don't have male. I have only lucanidae beetles, which are also attractive for this beetle, for these mites. Anyway. If you put beetle on the back, beetle has many opportunities to turn back. So beetles are not suffering on the back side. We have adaptation to turn back by using their claws on legs. You can turn easily if they find suitable place, or you can open the elytras and the second pair of wings and easily turn around and will be released and can escape very quickly. In many cases, beetles are coming to the light and fall down on the road, on asphalt, on flattened road. It can be turned also, also on the back. So that's why we have adaptation to turn back. Okay, come on, go back to the cage and I'll show you how the beetles. Here, one male and female trying to copulate. This Scarab beetle. Look, which country are you from? Which city are you from, Nika? Nika, what is your city? If you are in Ukraine. Are you in Ukraine? We are translating our beetles from Kyiv. Now this is a round beetle, scarabaeidae. This is silphidae beetle, carrion beetle, decomposer beetle, which is very important cleaner of different dead bodies, like dead birds in a city, because of some pigeons and small birds are dying quite regularly, and you can find dead bodies of different birds in a city. So this beetle, carrion beetle, is cleaning our streets. And what which else? Flower chaffer is sitting very carefully. Okay, here we see stag beetle, dark colored stag beetle. This is a stag beetle of genus Dorcus. Okay, Nika, nice to hear you. So we're in the same city. So now we had air alert signal. So instead of going to the shelter, I have no shelter. I'm making this stream to entertain people and to make little education for people who like nature. Our shelter is the wall behind my kitchen. So if I hear the voice of emergency, go to the shelter, I can go only behind the wall of my kitchen, especially in nighttime. In nighttime, it's prohibited to go outside of a building, only to the shelter. But shelter is underground garage, which is very cold, even in the summertime. So in a garage is not very comfortable at all, even in a case of dangerous attack. Anyway, beetles are our entertaining for today. You see here male and female, ground beetle and this click beetle, tiny click beetle, which is clicking and trying to escape. Today we're very active because I put two big beetles, and these big beetles are making every big noise and big activity. Ami Rahmat, which country are you from? This is a female. And I have two females. Bigger one has no horn, but smaller one has a small horn on a head. Usually horn is presented only for male, but sometimes females they have small horns. And the big one, so we can easily escape from this my open box. So the biggest beetles, rhinoceros, are always trying to escape, and I put them back. This is carrion beetle. Here we have roly-polies, sitting roly-polies. These are tiny roly-polies or wood lices. They are not insects, they are crustaceans. They are here to make more activity for the beetles. And you see here, this is a lucanidae beetle, stag beetle with big mandibles. These horns, they are mandibles. Probably this is a male. Male has bigger mandibles. And surprisingly, big rhinoceros beetle has a very reduced mandibles, so has no mouth parts, which allow him to and her to take any food. So rhinoceros beetle is not feeding. Not feeding at all. Staying hungry or staying not hungry because female is very fat. Female is using food resources after the larva, which is transferring from larva to pupa and then to adult. That's why adult is fat and not feeding at all. Rhino beetle is not feeding even if you give juice, honey, flowers, strawberry, anything else. This is a carrion beetle female. Big cleaner of our streets. A very important decomposer of different animals, especially in city. I keep my rhinoceros beetles in terrarium, so that's why when I put them to terrarium, they're very quickly escaping, digging under the earth, under the substrate. So that's why today they were walking around substrate. I took them off for this video. Next time, difficult to say, they will be under the earth in terrarium or can be hidden somewhere under the decomposing leaves. This is a round beetle, two round beetles, small round beetles. So you can recognize that we have different families today. We have ground beetles, Carabidae, lucanidae, stag beetles, scarabaeidae, rhino beetles, with Latin name Oryctes nasicornis, Scarab beetle, Anoxia pilosa, Latin name Anoxia pilosa is this one, Lucanidae beetle, of genus Dorcus, small flower chaffer, and big species Cetonia. Cetonia is not active today. Cetonia is sitting. I try to. This is Cetonia. Where is Cetonia? This is it, Cetonia. Also like to fly very well. This is a green one. Several species are common in the city. Flying very well. A little bit pests sometimes in orchards because feeding on flowers and on petals. But biggest beetles here, rhino beetles and scarab beetles, are not dangerous, they are not pests because they are living underground and feeding on roots. Rhino beetle is feeding only on decomposing plants, so not dangerous at all. This Anoxia pilosa, scarab beetle, we have larvae underground which feeding on living roots, but in city, a lot of plants which are not domesticated, just wild plants, so they do not make damage too much for flowers in the city. And also, Cetonia can do some damage in private orchards and gardens in urban area, but in a city, they are not very common. They are pretty rare. So their damage in city very limited. And this small chaffer beetle also can be dangerous in agricultural areas, in gardens, in orchards, because it can feed on sunflowers as well. And scarabaeidae beetles are very useful as a predators of small pests and larvae, especially in the soil. I guess they are feeding on my small wood lices in my container. So we have a lot of food, tiny wood lices like this. I guess we can hunt for them. Scarabaeidae beetles are very active hunters, so we can hunt for small invertebrates, worms, different larvae, I guess probably on wood lices as well. So far so good. Here we have two different beetles which are dangerous if they can attack to other beetles. This is a carrion beetle which can attack small phytophagous beetles with soft covers. But here all beetles they have very strong covers, strong elytros. Carrion beetle is predator and decomposer. I found this carrion beetle just on the ground, on the road. This carrion beetle was sitting on earthworm, just feeding on earthworm. I didn't take video because it was surprise, but I got beetle for this video to make video later. So that's why I can say carrion beetle is decomposer and also very good hunter. This one, carrion beetle, family Silphidae. And these tiny ground beetles are also very active predators. And all other beetles are either phytophagous or decomposers. So we have two predators here, ground beetles and carrion beetles. One carrion beetle. This beetle is Anoxia pilosa, is called hairy scarab beetle because it has bottom of body very hairy, covered with white tough hairs. And this beetle is carrying also a lot of mites on the elytras. I showed them in my videos. So, and again, they're sitting here, these tiny mites were from body of scarab beetle. So that's why don't be surprised if you take a beetle, especially scarab beetle, and many mites will be on the body, just on the elytras. Or when beetle is dying, all mites are going out, or in a cage. If I keep them in a cage, some mites are crawling around. I need to be careful, take them off. But they are not dangerous. This type of mites are not dangerous. Don't worry about them. So that's a story today for devoted to beetles. I was very pleased to show you my funny living collection, night show beetles. Definitely the biggest of them, rhino beetles, are very funny. Males of rhino beetles are even more funny. And you see, just escaped one by one. Come on. Fortunately, rhino beetles are not intended to fly today. Only scarab beetles are very active to fly. So today we have this zoo of beetles of several families. I was very pleased to show you these beetles. And we're asking you, did you forget to subscribe to my channel? Don't forget to subscribe to channel of Dr. Viktor Fursov, entomologist, beekeeper, teacher. Did you write comment under this video? Write your comment. Did you press like? Welcome to press like under this video. Welcome to visit my another videos on my channel. Did you press like? I really appreciate your efforts for pressing button like. Which country are you from? Piano? They're not delicious, they're beautiful. Delicious, it's a word for food, so we're not feeding on them. They're just awesome. They're very colorful, very active, and very gross. Very big one. Thank you. Piano from US. Are you from USA, Piano? Estes from USA. Which state in USA are you from, Estes? Which city are you watching us? So today we have international stream with different viewers from different countries. I'm very pleased that people from USA and other countries are watching us. Florida, very warm, I guess, maybe 100 Fahrenheit degree now. Today we have rain in the city of Kyiv. I'm translating from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. Some sounds, water drops outside. It's about less than 20 degrees Celsius. Not very hot, but daytime was with sunshine. A couple of days ago we had a huge storm. So huge raining. Yes, I'm right. Nearly 100 Fahrenheit today in Florida. Yeah, I nearly was right. 97 today. That's very funny. Pretty hot. Despite all circumstances, we're trying to be active. Still we have electricity, so if it will be hot, we can switch on conditioner. Unfortunately, in Ukraine we have some problems with electricity because some of electric power stations have been destroyed by our bloody neighbors. So that's why from time to time we have no electricity. That's why I have portable lamp with me to show my video in case if electricity will be off. We had switch off electricity for about 3 hours for today, before weekend, sometimes even for longer, up to 4 hours and maybe couple times 2 hours. So it depends from day to day, can be different. Situation is crazy and we must be strong and try to be not so stressful despite all circumstances. That's why I hope I can show some of my beetles, adults. Even some adults can say that my video is making them relaxed, just for relaxation. Like some people keeping fish for relaxation, I keep my pets also for relaxation, to show them all together. It's a great fun because it's difficult to find them all together in the nature. Thank you for compassion and support, Jeffrey. I really appreciate your compassion. And don't forget to press like after this video. So I guess there are some nice beetles living in Florida, and they're flying sometimes nighttime because it's a hot area and subtropical regions. A lot of insects are flying around. So, but for majority of people, insects it's meaning some disgusting creatures. But for entomologists and for breeders of insects, insects are funny creatures. Because some pests, they can be a little bit disgusting if too many of them. If they're destroying something, so they can be unpleasant and disgusting. Like fur moths, yes, some food moths as well. Or some bread beetles. They destroy your food. But some beetles are not dangerous. Some beetles are very funny. Some beetles are not pests. And they are not stinging, not biting. So they're very funny. Scorpion, which country are you from, Scorpion? Thank you for your interest. I was very pleased to show you my pets all together. I put less Scarab beetle today, but we have today our video of both of my rhino beetles, so you can recognize that they are different. And this smallest, this one has a horn on the head, tiny horn. Okay, Scorpion is coming to our channel from Italy. It's midnight in Italy, I guess. A little bit earlier than in Ukraine because I'm translating midnight as well. Which city are you from in Italy? I have been only in Napoli and in Rome and in Portici. I visited 3 cities at my entomology congress. Yes, I liked cicadas very well, very much. When I visited Japan, many Japanese people asked me, probably you don't like cicadas, they're very noisy. No, I said, I enjoyed cicadas. Cicadas in Japanese zemi, I said, they're very funny, they're very big and very noisy, but for entomologists, they're very pleasant. So they're making sound and making special atmosphere. I'm not sure how noisy they can be in Florida, but in Japan, cicadas are pretty noisy. Right. My pleasure, Scorpion. Adults of cicadas live a very short time. Most of their time, cicadas are living underground. 16, 18 years they live in underground. They're hidden creatures. Come on, come on. You have heard the sound of click beetle. Click beetle is making noise, trying to escape from a cage. No, I'm not studying beetles, to be correct. I'm showing them for outreach activity, just to teach people about beetles and entomology. I'm studying parasitic Hymenoptera, small parasitic wasps, which belong into a superfamily called Silphidae, which are parasitoids of another insects. Parasitic wasps, but they are very tiny wasps, from 0.5 millimeter up to 1 millimeter size. Beetles are very huge, easy to show on video, easy to show for education. But I have video of my parasitic wasps on my channel as well. I studied genus Trichogramma, egg parasitoids of butterflies and moths and some beetles. So far, beetles are just only for outreach activity, just for education, for culture, to teach people about biodiversity of insects. So, if you can see a peaceful creature, you will not be so worried about it. You will not kill it, hopefully, or children will not kill. Because in many cases, when children and boys can watch, can find some beetles, they are trying to kill it. So, but if we like them, if we keep them in hands, if we can feed them, maybe we will not kill them. Because usually boys jump in and say, "Beetle, let's push it." So, but if we like them, we say, "Okay, beetle, what's this beetle is feeding on?" Oh, one funny creature here. See here, one male Scarab beetle is trying to mate with huge rhino beetle. Rhino beetle is too big for Scarab beetle male. And here. And the rhino beetle is escaping. So you see here is rhino beetle and male of Scarab beetle. Yes, it's That's right, Jeffrey, that's right. Some people are catching bugs, some beetles are catching slugs, or just rodipodies, or snails, or shells of snails. This is a very common story, because kids are smaller, so we can easily see beetles and bugs on the ground. Usually we catch them, keep in hands, and if someone can find a beetle in palm, adults are usually saying, "Just kill this crazy creature, it's dangerous, it's poisonous, it's stinging," even it's not stinging. So I say, no one beetle is here stinging, no one beetle is here poisonous. Most of them phytophagous, some of them destructors of wood, some can feed on petals of flowers. But they are not dangerous, they are useful for our biodiversity on Earth. They are part of our ecosystem. Anyway, thank you for watching. Cerambycidae. Yes, my pleasure. My pleasure. Cerambycidae has also some egg parasitoids. I'm studying egg parasitoids of beetles and butterflies. Some parasitoids are developing on larvae of Cerambycidae, but to collect egg parasitoids is quite difficult because it needs a lot of attention. There are some egg parasitoids of calcid wasps which are developing on Cerambycidae eggs. Sometimes it's a discovery of new species, and I described one species of egg parasitoid from eggs of wood-boring beetles. Of genus Gylodia. Gylodis. So if you can see for some egg masses of beetles, check them and try to breed larvae, or just try to get some larvae. So sometimes from eggs of beetles or eggs of butterflies, interesting egg parasitoids are coming. They can be identified as new species never found in this or another area. Can be new species for the country, new species for area, and even new species for the science. Because egg parasitoids are quite small, from 0.5 millimeter up to 1 millimeter size. Quite small. That's why observation for biology of beetles and other insects are very important. You can find a lot of interest in their ecology and in biology of their symbionts, or biology of their parasites, or as we say, parasitoids. Thank you for watching. I hope you don't forget to press like. Did you subscribe? Oh, my great pleasure. My great pleasure. Thank you for coming to my channel as assistant of my channel, as research assistant of Entomologist. Great pleasure to become. Jeffrey from Florida became sponsor of this channel. I appreciate it very much, because I'm really pleased to show my outreach activity for adults and for children, and I hope it's more or less a little bit relaxing for adults and for children in this wartime. Even when I am speaking in Russian and Ukrainian or in English, it's useful and educational for people. My great pleasure to meet you, and thank you for support. Thank you for sponsorship. This is a pleasant feedback. Thank you for coming. I'm really pleased to show my beetles in YouTube, because I tried to show my beetles in TikTok, but in TikTok audience is really different. In TikTok everyone is coming who is not familiar in nature, just occasional visitors. But I guess YouTube is collecting visitors who is interested in some subjects like nature, like beetles, like entomology or zoology. Who knows? I'm trying to promote my channel as well. Now I have nearly 30,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Maybe today I will have, or tomorrow will have, special level of 30,000 of my subscribers. And I'm really pleased to say so. I have my videos and my talks, my translation in English and other languages. And I'm inviting more people to know more about nature, about insects, about butterflies, caterpillars, bugs, which are living in your house, in natural environment, in urban areas, in a city, because now I am not in a park, I'm just in a city. It's difficult to visit some parks and forests. Uruf, which country are you from? Thank you for coming. To be continued tomorrow or very soon. Tomorrow I hope to show some of my caterpillars, my stream about caterpillars of Saturnidae and Sphingidae family hawk moths and giant peacock moth. I have just sculpture of peacock moth, Saturnia peri, hawk moth, Sphinx ligustri, and some of my stick bugs as well. But okay, maybe I will have 2 days of weekend, we can show you as well my stick bugs as well. But stick bugs I have not many, just only 6 individuals. That's why I must be very careful. Thank you for coming. Best greetings from Ukraine, best greetings from Beetles cage, from Beetles zoo park, living beetles from Ukraine. Ukrainian beetles are sending you best greetings and saying, stand with Ukraine, support Ukraine, Ukraine will win. Thank you for coming. Ukraine will win, and Ukraine is forever. Good luck. Thank you for coming. Thank you for support. See you soon on my channel.